Hi, Internet. Um, I just had to take my dog to the vet. He's really hurting. You might hear him crying in the background. And my wife went to pick up the kids, and then they are swinging by to pick up fast food for dinner. So I'm literally sitting in my living room with Tasha's. I've got an indeterminate amount of time between 5 and 20 minutes before they get home with dinner, and I will have to go. But I thought, what the hell? Let's see what's going on. I've got the thing that everybody wants. Maybe we can talk about some stuff. Maybe I'll just give you a primer. How about this? I'll go through. I've covered so many leaks, and I did my really long leak live stream where I've pretty much I did the custom race. I talked about all that shit already. So I'll just go through and talk to you a little bit about what I want to tell you. How about that? You guys listen and I'll talk, okay? So the ability swaps, we already knew. I'm going chapter by chapter here, right? So we knew about the proficiency swaps. That's the same. Custom lineage, it's right here. It's this little blob right here on the top in purple. It's basically variant human. But it's basically you are a humanoid race. You're small or medium. We already covered this before. Walking speed of 30 feet. You increase an ability score of your choice by 2. You get a feat of your choice. And then dark vision out to a range of 60 feet or proficiency in a skill and common in one other language. So it basically makes so you don't have to be a variant human to get a feat. For example, if I wanted to play a kobold, as you know, I don't particularly love the kobold that exists, I could play kobold, get my +2 dexterity, but then also get a feat and maybe dark vision. The book is not out yet. Some stores got it early. This is a Wizards of the Coast review copy. They sent me both copies of the book, which I'm super excited about. So it doesn't say anything with custom lineage about racial feats. I'm assuming because you are basically picking a cosmetic race that if you are picking, say, elf, but you want to be an elf that gets a +2 intelligence and a feat, then I'm going to say in my game, I would allow you to have access to those racial feats. Okay, so let's keep going. So we're into the Artificer. It's the whole thing. It's all right here. So it's pretty much, I got to do a serious side-by-side comparison. But for the most part, we know what the main class changes are from the errata. The armorer is in here. There's some cool art of some people fighting in fancy armor. I think it's largely unchanged. Let's see, did they add any? Well, they didn't add any, like, unique Artificer stuff. New stuff, I don't think. They changed around some of the spells, it looks like. I think for the most part, the abilities are the same. Dampening Field, Infiltrator, Guardian. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same at first glance. Then we know about this changes to Steel Defender and some of the invocations. So we've got, all right, so Barbarian. You got your 2 new, you know what I'll do? This is interesting, and you guys will like this, so this is what I'll do. I'm going to go through each class until I can, until my wife and my kids get home, and talk about the new optional class features. So Barbarians get Primal Knowledge at 3rd level. When you reach 3rd level and at 10th level, proficiency in a skill of your choice from the list of Barbarians at 1st level. So that's just freebie skill stuff if you choose to go with it. And then the big one is Instinctive Pounce at level 7. As part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half of your movement speed. Those are sort of the base Barbarian updates that you could add. There are no new races in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. For Bards, we have the expanded Bard spell list. And then we have Magical Inspiration. We've kind of already covered this. This is if you give someone inspiration, they can roll their die and add it to hit points or damage. Hit points regained or healed or damaged out from a spell. Oh, all of the versatilities, everybody was like freaking out because I said spell versatility was out, and they're like, no, it's back in. It's not the same. all the casting classes have some kind of versatility ability, and they get it at level 4, and it's only on levels that they get ability scores. So Bardic Versatility is whenever you get an ability score improvement, you can also do one of the following, and this is swap your expertise with another skill you're proficient with that doesn't already have expertise, or swap a cantrip from another bard cantrip. Okay, that's the bardic ones. Now we move into cleric. We have our extra spell list. We have Harness Divine Power. This is the unique channel divinity we've already talked about. As a bonus action, you touch your holy symbol, regain 1 expended spell slot, the level of which can be no higher than half your proficiency bonus rounded up. So very similar. It's basically an arcane recovery, but for clerics. And the number of times you can use this feature, so it doesn't necessarily... I don't think it scales with channel divinity. It says 1 at 2nd level, twice at 6th level, 18th, or thrice it says at 18th level. No, it says channel divinity. So, but you get all expended uses of this back when you finish a long rest. So that's interesting. And then we get Cantrip Versatility. Here's the versatility for the clerics, right? Ability score improvements. You can swap a cantrip from a cleric cantrip. And then we know about Blessed Strikes, which can replace Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting. It kind of gives you both, where you could deal a D8 radiant damage with one of your cantrips or one of your weapon attacks. So it sort of replaces it by giving you both. All right, on to the Druid. Good news, Druids. Wild Companion made it in. Wild Companion is you can, as an action, expend a use of Wild Shape to cast Find Familiar without material components. So, Druids, congratulations. You can now have Find Familiar. Here's the cover, the alt cover. I don't have the real cover with me. It's downstairs. Druids also have their expanded spell list. They have Cantrip Versatility as well, pretty much exactly. Oh, for the Familiar, when you cast this way, the Familiar is Fey instead of Beast, and the Familiar disappears after a number of hours equal to half your Druid level. So you can get a Find Familiar. It doesn't stay permanently, but it's bound pretty much by the same uses of your Wild Shape, so I like that. And then they just get Cantrip Versatility, which is whenever you get an ability score level, you can swap a cantrip with a cantrip you already have, or you don't have, rather, from the Druid list. Okay, now we're getting into fighter. Big fighter stuff here. Where do we go? I lost my page here. Druid Fighter, okay. New fighting styles, right? I got it from Wizards of the Coast. That's how I got the book early. Review copy. Blind fighting as a fighting style. Blind sight to 10 feet. You can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, blinded. You can see invisible creatures within that range. Interception, which I really, really like, which is sort of like a monk ability kind of turned into a protection sort of thing. Anyway, when someone within 5 feet of you is the target of an attack, within 5 feet of you, hits a target other than you with an attack. Now it could be a spell attack too, because it just says attack. You can use your reaction to reduce that damage by a D10 plus your proficiency bonus, provided that you're wielding a shield or a weapon. I think I heard a car door slam, folks. Superior Technique lets you get a new Battle Master maneuver. Thrown weapon fighting. You can draw a weapon that has the thrown property as part of the attack you make with it. In addition, you get a +2 bonus to ranged attack damage rolls. Ranged damage rolls. We already kind of know unarmed fighting. D6 plus your strength mod when you do unarmed strikes. If you're not wielding a shield or any weapons, that D6 becomes a D8. And at the start of each of your turns, you can deal a D4 bludgeoning damage to a creature you're grappling. Martial Versatility. At 4th level, you can replace a fighting style with any other fighting style that you don't already have when you get ability score improvement levels. And if you know maneuvers from the Battle Master maneuver, you can replace one with a different maneuver. We have several new maneuvers as well. Ambush. When you make a Dex stealth check or initiative roll, you can expend a superiority die and add it. Bait and switch. When you're within 5 feet of a creature on your turn, you can expend a superiority die and switch places with that creature. Provided they're within, you can spend at least 5 feet of movement and they're willing. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. The superiority die gets added to either your AC or their AC. Brace, when a creature you can see moves into the reach you have, wielding with the melee weapon you're wielding, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack against them. Hey, buddy. Well, everybody's home, so I said I was only going to do it till family got home. So I'm going to go. Family's here. Everybody's here. I'm going to go tomorrow, 8:30 p.m., full stream, just me in the basement doing the whole thing.
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm talking to people. Oh, hi. Hi. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'll catch you tomorrow, all right? Stay tuned to YouTube.
You're talking to yourself.
I'm not talking. Some people could say I'm talking to myself, buddy.
You're talking to yourself.
Yes, I am. Good night, everybody.